Yo. What's up, everybody? Rage Cage 20 here. And you can see the smile on my face. Why do I have a smile on my face? Because it's a special day. This is a skinned day. These only come around maybe 3 or 4 times a year, baby. And when they happen, they are sweet. Sweet. I'm dressed for the occasion. It's whatever, It's ain't nothing but a thing, really. Today, been long awaiting this, but we'll get to it here in a moment. But we have John Wayne Gacy. Oh, fuck yeah. Now, before we get into that, if you are not familiar with my skin videos, they will always be long. They will always have a long intro. And that's just how it works. We deep dive on Skinned. We deep dive on Skin because she spends all this time doing all this research and whatnot. It would be and all this crafting to make it exactly what she and her partner, father, wants it to be. They would be disrespectful if I did not show the same level of attention back. So these are long intros, long everything. Now, I did research on John Wayne Gacy. Now, I knew the basics of John Wayne Gacy. I think, a lot of people know just hit or miss, clown, buried people in the crawl space, rapist killer, pretty basics like that. People know. But I wanted to learn a lot more because Skin loves to put little Easter eggs and just little side stuff in here, which I see in the first 2 lines here. I see one of them that I caught because I did the research and whatnot. So I haven't read much into this. I don't like to look at the lyrics beforehand. I like to fully get absorbed by what we're going into here. But I read John Wayne Gacy's Wikipedia, not the whole thing, because it's long. It took me 30 to 40 minutes to get through the whole fucking thing. It was insane. There was almost 300 references and links. There is a lot about John Wayne Gacy. Fascinating individual. I mean, now, of course, some people have said well, we always look backwards, but we never look forwards when it comes to psychologically analyzing these people and whatnot. It's easy to work backwards and be like, oh, well, this is clearly the reason, but there is a pattern. Every time I look up a new killer that I'm not super familiar with, which is all of them. I'm not really super familiar with any killer, actually. I don't really look at that stuff up. But when I look into this, the first thing I do is when I see early life or childhood or whatnot, I'd be like, where is it? Where is the clear, yeah, that's it. And immediately is just father's an alcoholic who physically and emotionally abused him. It's there you go. There it is. It's so, well, yeah, it's easy to go backwards and be well, clearly it's this. There is a pattern. We cannot lie that there is a pattern with a lot of these. And I think there's something about sexual abuse in there or something like that. I don't really remember. It was long. I can't remember a lot of the stuff at the beginning. Fascinating, thing about John Wayne Gacy is kind of a lot like Jim Jones. He was very respected in his community at first. Did a lot of stuff. Dude worked some crazy jobs and got a fuckload of money. Dude was pretty fucking well off is what it sounded like. He could just drop, I think it was $750,000 to hire a civil suit, a lawyer for a civil suit. Just drop several $100,000. Dude was making fucking bank, and this was even back in the 60s, 70s, 80s is where most of this took place. Dude was making fucking bank, dude. I don't know why he killing people, raping people, strangling people, crazy shit. But at the end, it's gotta respect the fact that he was just okay, well, instead of denying it to the grave, he was just all right, I'm gonna get caught. Yeah, I did this stuff. Here's a bunch of names I can remember. The rest I don't really. Here's exactly where they are. Just go find him. Yeah, I killed that. The person pious. Yeah, you know, it was just like, in a way, somewhat respectful. At the end, he was just like, okay, yeah, no, it was me. I was like, yeah, I did all this stuff, by the way, and what have you, and whatnot. So it was, you know, kind of nice. But yeah, dude, fucking crazy. Which brings me to this video. I am nervous as fuck. Because the last one wasn't poppin'. Let's put it that way. It did grow on me. It was almost the exact same thing as Catherine Knight. It's pretty much the same exact thing with that. Like, one of the only ones I listened to and just like was not interested in listening to it for several weeks after. Just didn't even give it a second listen, while all the other ones I literally spammed. Sometimes like 20 times in like within after finishing the recording, which, you know, I had to jump on it day one. You won't see it for another 2 days because that's what WMG does. But WMG is very nice, and they will release it after 2 days. So I really do appreciate that. That's really nice. But you won't see this for 2 days. But you know, I'm jumping on it day one a little bit later, but I had to work this morning, so you know, it is what it is. It's still coming out day one. Fucking happening. But you won't see it till day 3. Anyways, but same thing with Catherine Knight. Like, once I started listening to it, it started to grow on me little by little until I was like, yeah, I really like this song. It doesn't fall off as hard at the bottom half as Gary Hednick does, but it still falls off a little bit. But like, I feel like it's a really good performance piece. Like, just like Catherine Knight, there's a lot you can do with it performance-wise that kind of raises the excitement of the song, even though like musically it's not the most exciting. Actually, one of the less exciting ones that they have created. It did really, really grow on me. But at first, it was disappointment, and even some of the other people I watched, very few people, but the other people kind of watched the reaction of it when, like, he watched it with, like, 2 of his friends. He was, like, a Skynd fan, and the other ones were just kind of getting into Skynd and whatnot. And he's just like, well, what'd you guys think? And they're just kind of like, you know, kind of trying to think about how they wanted to say. And he's like, if it makes you feel any better, this is, like, I don't think he said the worst, but like one of the like most unimpressive ones I've heard from them yet. They were like, okay, good, you know, I'm glad you said it, because like so it's just like it didn't smack the way I feel like we were thinking it would. It's not smack, slap. That's what the kids say. It wasn't coming out slapping. Them old kids say slapping AF. So it makes me a little nervous because I might give this one way too high of expectations. Because as I said in the last one, as I've been thinking and saying for the last several months, man, I imagine John Wayne Gacy, knowing John Wayne Gacy, with Skynd being as awesome as they are, and this person being as crazy as they are, with this dark history of everything that's happened. This should be, in theory, their magnum fucking opus. Like, this, in theory, should be like the cream of the crop. This should be like, holy shit, my life is different now. So, I'm a little nervous because I don't know if anything they could ever do maybe will live up to those expectations. So I'm gonna try to lower those expectations a little bit and not be unfair. I'll do my best. I'll do my absolute best. But like, I'm very excited because this one should just be unfucking real amazing. It is almost 6 minutes long. That's also a good sign. Whether a big chunk of that is just video or not, still should be a fucking amazing sign. Like, I am so ready for this. Are you ready for this? Because I'm ready for this. As I said, long intros. So 10 minutes, just, you know, That's how we do with Skynd. That's how I always do with Skynd. That's why most of my Skynd videos are, if not an hour or longer, almost an hour or longer. Because I'm going to, if you're new to this and you haven't checked out the other ones, I'm going to go through the whole thing. I'm not going to write anything down like I usually do. I'm not going to look at the lyrics. I am just going to fully hone in on the experience that is this video. And then afterwards, we're going to break it down like scene for scene, bar for bar. We're going to look over the lyrics and then go back through it and analyze what I liked, analyze all the little anything that I may or may not have caught. So we deep dive into Skynd songs, which is the only band that I do that for. The only band I research anything about or for. So I don't know. I really respect the level of quality and commitment that Skynd brings to their songs, to their videos, to making sure that they're not going to release a video for months until it's exactly what they want. I respect the fuck out of that, and I just want to show that same level of appreciation that they're giving us back to them. So that's why we do this here. I'm fucking ready. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Okay, calm down. Okay, calm yourself. Okay. Whew. I'm really giddy about this one. I'm feeling the same giddy excitement I felt with Chris Watts, man. This one snuck up on me too. I knew that they were coming out with something soon. I didn't know what it was going to be, but they did kind of poke a little like something coming soon. But for some reason with Armine, just wasn't feeling it. Like even when they were releasing it, it was just like, oh, okay, cool. Even before I knew who that person was. So I'm feeling the same giddy excitement level that I was for Chris Watts, and Chris Watts was a fucking banger. So okay. We're good. Skynd, John Wayne Gacy, we got this. We're fine. Okay, let's go. Give me something fucking good, baby.
Oh no, Dad, it's okay, Dad. You're just boozing, I'm just cruising. We can hold back. Come on, Dad. It's okay, Dad. We're just bruising, it's amusing. We can go back. Oh, such a pretty face made to deliver. Exit through the crawl space or into the river. Drop the charges for the ultimate thrill. Kentucky Fried Chicken and kill. signs flying by in a twilight state of mind. Norwood Park's right, the rest for you guys to find. 33 and more in the crawl space of my mind.
Interesting. I'm glad that they I now see something for chapter 3, because I was wondering when they were gonna, because usually they're doing like 3 or 4 videos per chapter, and I was wondering when they were gonna make a chapter 3, or if they're just gonna be like, we're done with the chapter thing after chapter 2. But now I see that playlist there for chapter 3, so that's top notch right there. I like that. I like that. Okay, let me digest a little bit here. Let me digest a little bit here. I'm gonna reset the video. I'm gonna digest. I'll come back at you. Okay, now how do we put that one into words? Let's start with the good. Let's start with the good. I liked that musically. Musically, that it went somewhere. Unlike the last one, it wasn't very repetitive. It went somewhere musically. There was dynamic contrast to it. Good drops in there. The lyrics, from what I was catching here and there, we're gonna deep dive through that here in a second. Bitchin'. There was some really good lyrics, solid fucking lyrics in there that I feel it's fun to sing along song. For sure, I think definitely more listens. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a really good one. I'm saying this song right now. But I think definitely more listens. This one's going to be like, oh yeah, this is a banger for sure. First listen, I don't know. I was kind of looking for a little bit more, not necessarily music wise or lyric wise, but kind of lyric-wise, a little bit lyric-wise. It was because I was hearing the repeated parts in there, and I was just kind of hoping for maybe like one more switch up, one more verse in there like they did Jim Jones, when it's just like, holy shit, there couldn't be more different stuff happening, right? I was kind of looking for just one more little change in there. However, that's not enough to kill anything, you know what I mean? Like, if they would have popped one little hook kind of thing in there, I've been like, oh, fucking yes, this was it. But I'll take it. You know, I'll definitely take it. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'll definitely take this right here. It was good. It was good. Video wise, let's talk about the video now. We talked about the good. I like the references in there that we'll get to here in a second. Um, I like the references. I was liking everything I was seeing. Him getting his makeup ready, her kind of in the circus pointing out the different pictures of what look like, kind of eyes X'd out, kind of dead, attractive looking, half naked men. What John was into. And kind of pointing at each one individually. That was really cool. Switching back and forth between the two images. A little bit kind of exactly what was done in our mind, but still better than. However, at the end, it was like I was like begging it to do something, begging it to go somewhere, and it like tickled me that it was about to go somewhere. It was about to. I was like, do something, John. Do something. Don't just keep. You can't just have 5 minutes of this dude just painting, then laughing and eating chicken. That can't be the entirety of the video, right? Like, do something. Go somewhere, even if it's just for 10 seconds of the video. And then he got up and he was walking. He looked like he was walking with a purpose, like he was flipping switches and stuff on. And that's like, you probably saw me leaning in, like, he's going somewhere. Something's going to happen. Something's going down. And then, like, nothing developed from that. He just went back to eating chicken. I was just like, okay. So, like, the first half of the video was, like, on point. And then they just kind of, in my opinion, no offense, they kind of dropped the ball with the second half of the video. Like, it wasn't very long ago that Skynd was going for it. I mean, Skynd was fucking going for it. Chapter 2, the beginning of chapter 3, like, holy fuckberries, right? Let's look at the end of chapter 2. I mean, can we just talk about fucking Jim Jones? The number of scenes, people literally killing themselves by drinking. Even with it being off camera, you can see them drinking, having the effect, falling down, cups falling, the symbolism, all of the stuff going on, the multiple scenes of stuff going on. Holy fucking shit. Fucking Tyler Hadley literally bashing skulls, blood flying across his face. You don't even see the skull bashing happening, but you get in the picture, him freaking out at the end, all the different scenes happening. Holy shit. Columbine, the greatest fucking video that they have made, in my opinion. It's still number one. The fucking, you see people getting mowed down. You can literally taste the fucking fear. Like, holy shit. Even going to Michelle Carter, to where it's very artsy, very simplistic, yet you still get the full picture and it still really impacts you. It's like, oh man. Oh man. The last three, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I liked Chris Watts. It was definitely not bad, for sure. And like, again, I agree with everyone else that's like, be respectful. This is little kids that died. Like, I totally was okay with that, and just going off the angle of how he treated his wife as just something you could throw away when you didn't want it anymore. Like, could totally get behind that imagery, but it definitely was the start of softening it a lot. It was the start of that, but we weren't there yet. Armine, dude, literally just walked around and sat in his house while she occasionally was on the Food Network. And this one is just like, it started off, but since it didn't go anywhere, it's literally, she's just standing in a circus tent. He's getting his makeup and eating chicken. I don't know if we're just going downhill after they've switched from Tally Ho to whoever I don't remember is the name of their new producer. Since I don't know if it's new or they just had a name change or company switch around, no idea. But start of Chris Watts when they switched from the name or from the company Tally Ho. Falling off a little, I'm not gonna lie. Videos are kind of falling off a little. The music was still slapping, music was still good. The music hasn't taken a nosedive yet, but videos though. Videos though. I mean, this is John Wayne fucking Gacy. Dude dressed up as a clown. Dude would trick young individuals to get into his house and would coerce them to like, hey, I want to show you a magic trick. Put on these fucking, put on these handcuffs. Oh, the trick is you have to have the key. Fucking rapes them. Start fucking tying stuff slowly around his neck while reading fucking Bible Psalms. Or not Psalms? I don't remember. Maybe? Whatever the fuck they're called. Reading Bible passages to him as he fucking shoves like their socks, their underwear, just cloth literally down their throat and chokes them to fucking death. This video, in comparison to John Wayne Gacy, is, I'm trying to be polite. Like, I'm not really mad. I'm just kind of disappointed a little bit. Not like super like, what the fuck was this or anything, but I'm a little disappointed. Compared to John Wayne Gacy and what he did, this video was soft as fuck, dude. Like, I wasn't expecting going all the way, literally showing him raping a kid while strangling him or any fucking shit like that. No, just a little bit more than the dude snacking on chicken. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, just like a smidgen more, just like a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Like, go somewhere, strangle someone for like 5 seconds, and then end the video. But like, that would have been just even enough. But like, it just, I don't know, man. These new producers or new name change or whatever, y'all got to get on that, because like, kind of falling off, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you, kind of falling off a little hard. just a little bit. That's all I'm saying. Music's still great though. You're staying pretty on top of the music, but like the videos are falling pretty hard, dog. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna lie to you. Falling off a little hard. Anyways, let's look at these lyrics, shall we? All right. So first stanzas here. Obviously, he had issues with his dad. His dad was never, at one point, said he was proud of him, but like he was always searching for his dad's approval, and dad actually be proud of anything that he did. So the whole, oh no, dad, it's okay. Come on, dad, it's okay. So you're just boozing. Obviously, you're an alcoholic. I'm just cruising, which is what I mean. This is all just stuff I read. No idea if this is correct or not. It's Wikipedia, but from what I learned, this is what I think these means. I'm just cruising. Cruising is what he called, cruising for chicks. He was cruising for dudes. Pretty much, that's what he called it. He was just cruising to find either dudes that would willingly maybe have sex with him, or people that he could kidnap and or coax back to his house to then rape and kill. So cruising, obviously. We're just bruising. It's amusing. We can go back. I don't know if that's specifically referring to anything. If it is, I'm not catching it. Such a pretty face made to deliver. I assume just attracted to those he killed. I don't know if made to deliver. That might have something. This is genius, so it does have some things on here. Yeah, so we might be able to check some of them if I don't know. Exit through the crawl space or into the river. Obviously, he buried his victims underneath the crawl space or in the des something. I could never really pronounce the name. Into the was it Ohio River? Something like that. Took the charges for the ultimate thrill. The ultimate thrill. He had mentioned he was quoted in saying that when he killed his first victim, which is not funny, but kind of funny at the same time. Because he just woke up, the dude was in his room with a knife, and he was just like, he's going to kill me, and he killed him. When in reality, dude was just making him breakfast, and he accidentally he kind of walked in with a knife, not thinking this person's going to think I'm going to kill him, and then just killed the shit out of him. That's kind of, it's like really unfortunate, kind of funny, but also fucked up at the same time. But he said that when he killed him, he realized that killing was like the ultimate thrill. Like he got a super fucking high from doing it, so he referred to it as the ultimate thrill. Good there. Kentucky Fried Chicken and kill. I assume that's a hook. There is a little thing I can click on. I assume that's a hook of like Netflix and chill, but like Kentucky Fried and kill. You know, I think that's what the hook on there is. But he was also when he married his second wife. I think it was his second wife. Her dad like owned a chain of Kentucky Fried Chicken restaurants, and maybe he was the manager for a long time. He also, I think, some of the symbolism that's in the video as well, with maybe choking on the Kentucky Fried Chicken or whatnot, or him eating the Kentucky Fried Chicken. He requested Kentucky Fried Chicken along with a lot of other things that suspiciously would also probably be stuff I would order for last meal, like the French fries, fresh strawberries, and Diet Coke. Like those three sound really good to me. I don't like Kentucky Fried Chicken, and I wouldn't really desire fried shrimp. But the other ones, like, that was something I'd order. Anyways, but yeah, he also ordered Kentucky Fried Chicken for his last meal. So, yeah, that's in there as well. Is there anything I missed in that? General managed 3 Kentucky Fried, yep, in Waterloo, Iowa. Okay, but it was also part of his last meal. Yep, fried shrimp, strawberries, and Diet Coke. Yep, covered it. Awesome. Timothy, John, yeah, these I assume just all the names, saying who occasionally, like denying that he would say like, oh, never met him, or stuff like that. So the who in there with a question mark. Yeah. It's all the people he killed going down there. Yeah, who else, and then maybe you with the drop. That was pretty fucking bitchin', just lyrics in general. 33 Boys, Pogo the Clown. Pogo the Clown was this clown name, but he also had Patches the Clown, which Pogo was his fun time clown, and Patches is said to be his like serious clown. They would pop both of them out. I don't think he mentions Patches anywhere in here, which is fine. I mean, he's got Pogo, good enough. 33 Toys, Old John is back on track. L 33 pled, I've had my fun at last. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure a lot of them pled for their life and whatnot. I would imagine. Pleaded for their life, pleaded it. Yeah, and I think the fun at last, I think he would like announce that like this is my last trick as he started strangling them to death, which is just fucked up because like, oh, he's killing me. I'm actually gonna die. There's no escape from this. He's not just having fun. His fun's and then letting me go. Now everyone is dead and you can kiss my ass. I mean, he was just kind of a rude, crude dude in general when people upset him. But there is a hyphen of this. I don't know. I didn't read anything, but then again, I did skip certain sections because otherwise I would have been there for another 20 to 40 minutes. There's so much information. So let's see if I missed anything. Kiss my ass were Gacy's reported last words before his execution. God, I did not know that one. I'm glad the Genius has this here. And it's also day 1, by the way, and they have all this information day 1. It's fucking awesome how the fans are just awesome at this. Funeral parlor decoy, nothing to rack up. No idea what that's talking about. Let me read here. Gacy, when he was younger, worked at Palm Mortuary, right? And that's how he learned how to, I forget what the word is called. But that's how he, embalm some of his victims and whatnot, because he worked at the mortuary. He was also allowed to sleep here as he hardly made, and he was sleeping at the other end of the embalming place as he hardly made any pay at all. He became closer with the dead bodies, finally ending up sleeping in a casket with a 16-year-old dead boy. Yeah, and then he freaked out and then ran home immediately, which was kind of weird, but also, when you're not ready to accept that you're fucking insane, I guess that would happen. Little Gacy, fat boy, deep under the makeup. Yeah, his dad just made fun of him, calling him fat, calling him stupid, stuff like that. Man of the Year, Man of Fear, Man of Will. I mean, he won so many awards, and like he was really good at getting into political stuff and whatnot. I don't know if that. In 1960, after a sodomy charge and conviction, he was sent to a penitentiary. Oh yeah. Where he helped build a mini golf course in prison. What? the fuck is that? But yeah, he became the course of the Jesse, someone with a J, group in prison, and he got voted all the way up. Joined the Jolly Joker Club. I think there was like a clown club that he joined that did like parades and fundraisers and shit like that he was part of. It was a Chicago area club, would dress up with two different types of clowns, Pogo and Patches, and would attend kids' parties and fundraising events. Yep. Back to all the people he killed. Same thing with the chorus. Cloth and chloroform. He did chloroform a couple of his victims. Leaving nothing much to find. Road signs flying by in the twilight state of mind. There was... No, that was in this video, so I don't know what that is referring to. Northwood Park's dry, and the rest of you guys to find. 33 and more in the crawl space of my mind. Yeah, when I heard that, it's just, yeah, like remembering all the people, but also in the crawl space of his house, but the crawl space of my mind. Yeah, I like that. I like that reference. And everything else, except for the end there, 33 boys or 33 toys. You know how he just not only toyed with his victims, but like they were kind of just like toys to him that he could have fun with and do what he wanted. Yeah, again, the lyrics, deep, good, music sounding good. Just again, a little disappointed with the video. But we're going to go back through this video and listen to the music, pick apart some of these elements and the way some of this float and sound, and then we'll call it a long day, but a day nonetheless. Let's get back into this and explore the music again. Well, explore it now. We listened to it once. We experienced it once. Now we can explore it. It's been a little bit. I don't really remember how the music went, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, but I'm sure I'll come flooding back. Right out the gate, I like not only those notes, but that rhythm. Dun, 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 dun. Like, right out the gate, I was like, ooh, that's good. Oh, this is gonna be some good music in here. I like how it's like distorting and like it has this kind of beautiful chiminess to it, but it's also distorting and warping at the same time. That's a pretty cool effect. I like her makeup being more like fully face painted clown like. That's really cool. I really like that. I think that is the outfit that she sent out right before a post she made on YouTube right before Chris Watts came out, and she was announcing a bunch of tours in England and Europe and whatnot. Yeah, I think that is the outfit, and the whole carnival like tent like stage kind of thing now makes a lot more sense. Yeah, I like that. Very cool outfit there. And of course you have the eyes blanked out strong men in the back, all like topless, and okay, like it. I kind of like his like oafish kind of rocking gait and whatnot. He was not a very athletic man. I believe it said something about the doctor said he couldn't, because of his like heart condition or something like that, he could not perform in sports. Otherwise, I mean, it didn't specify why, but I assume because otherwise he would have either serious palpitations or his heart would stop or something like that. So just kind of having a very lumbering kind of big gait to it. I really like that. I don't know I never watched any videos on him yet. Very fascinated to learn more because this dude's done some crazy shit. But I haven't seen him actually move, but just kind of really portraying what either they feel like the character would be or how the character was. I like that commitment. Okay. I think I heard a little clown laugh in there. Hold on. Let me pull that back there. It was like very quiet in this ear. Yeah, little kind of in there. That's interesting.
Oh no, Dad. It's okay, Dad. You're just boozing, I'm just cruising. We can hold back.
Let me look at that a little bit deeper here. Kind of the very kind of muffled, almost like blurred sound at that part from the effects on her voice is okay. It's not like it's not bad, but it's not necessarily doing anything like awesome for me. But the flow that she comes in here just starts off kind of slow, like dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. He just kind of actually starts flowing with it, just kind of going fast, and then it slows down a little bit, and then it pops forward again like that. That's a very interesting flow that she's coming out the gate here with.
It's Skynd. You're just boozing, I'm just cruising. We can hold back.
And the dun. She kind of adds that little embellishment at the end of that phrase there. That's really nice.
We can hold back. Come on, Dad. It's okay, Dad. We're just bruising, it's amusing, we can go back. Oh, such a pretty face made to the liver. Exit through the crawl space or into the river.
At the start of that line there, there's such a pretty face made to deliver. You can almost hear kind of like this like yearning sound in her voice, kind of like this rise of excitement in a way, which is nice fitting the lyrics itself. And I also love that. I love the change from the one voice effect to the other, which it sounds like it either moves a little bit more distant or a little bit more forward. Don't remember. I'll listen to it again. But that on the last into the river line, that like fall, that downward interval pattern there, that was catchy as a motherfucker.
Oh, such a pretty face made to the liver. Exit through the crawl space or into the river. Drop the charges for the ultimate thrill. Kentucky Fried Chicken and kill.
This part is pretty bitchin'. I ain't even gonna hold you here. This part is pretty bitchin'. That long kind of pause, suspension build, and that heavy drop in there that just keeps occasionally punching, like it has this horror movie kind of trailer effect sound to it, while it's going through all the dead people, all the people he raped and killed. That effect is fucking cool. That builds up to the drop into the chorus. Like, this part here is just, this is good shit right here. Like, this part is just bumping, and the verse is even pretty catchy as well. So like, the music's popping in this song.
Kentucky Fried Chicken and kill.
I like this part that after it goes through the first two lines, it kind of repeats a little bit of repetitiveness to it, but it's just like labeling them all out. So I feel like it should have a repetitiveness to it in general. So I actually kind of like that in here. But I also like that not only the just like who kind of like plausible deniability, being like, who? No, I've never even seen that person. But just the disrespect put in here occasionally of someone, just like, I don't know, some random person I killed. Like, the level of like so insignificant that it's just like, someone, Kenneth, just going through the names after Matthew, it's a boy, just I don't know, some random boy, or reminding you that these were underage kids. There were a few legal kids, but a lot of them between mostly 15 and 16, one 14-year-old. I think the oldest was 21, but mostly between 15 to like 17. Like a lot of those, an occasional 20s and 21s in there. I think there's 18. There's definitely a 19-year-old because I remember, yeah, he got his ass kicked a few times when he was trying these things. But yet, they didn't go report him to the police, which makes sense. Because at first I was like, and none of these people went to the cops. But then it was just like, is this even still a problem now? Which is sexual assault and rape on men. A lot of the times is not reported. Because a lot of men will think that they won't be believed. They'll be made fun of. They'll be ridiculed, etc. So seeing that in full effect when this dude literally cuffed them and tried to rape the shit out of them, and they managed to get away. Didn't say shit. Like, that's fucking sad. That's like really fucking sad. Yeah. It's crazy. Anyways, let's let it keep going here. Let's go back a little bit. Let it keep going here. Yeah, a boy in there is in there twice in the same line. This is really adding in not only the disrespect, but also reminding you, little boy. Specifically, they were men. He says he was bisexual at one point. At least that's what he told his ex-wife. But then later on, it was pretty much like, yeah, this is the last time I'm having sex with you. We're not having sex anymore. Stop having sex with women. Primarily, only from what I read, only had sex with men. Pretty sure he was a homosexual. I don't think he liked actually having sex with women. Nothing wrong with that. Just reminding you, men specifically was what he was into. Boys specifically is what he was into. Also the disrespect of, I don't know, some boy. All three of those aspects mixed together, really nice. I also like the pop on Willie. That was also nice there musically. I have such mixed feelings about that. I like that it drops down to this like monster voice at that point, kind of really like symbolizing not only the monster that he was, because he was, but also just kind of the based off the words of like, who else, kind of looking around, who, maybe you, like very like as if it was like a monster itself looking for its next victim or next creature to eat, but also painting him as the monster. And then that kind of pause of the maybe you, impactfully musically, that packs a punch. That is fucking banging. The video, however, let me look at this again. I also like the kind of building on her voice when she says who. It's going up slightly in pitch, a little bit in energy. It's kind of building up to this drop. Also, the music is kind of building a little bit as well. Like only slightly, but enough that's noticeable. I do like that. Now that part there was so close. Video-wise, was so close, and then musically, I have a little bit of a problem what happens at that point as well. It was kind of the looking around. She's being kind of creepy monster like. Awesome. It's building, and then I feel like in a way with the point was good. The kind of snap look and the point maybe you. That was it. That was it. That was the moment. She kind of ruined it by like looking down and looking up like whatever, it's nothing. She kind of ruined it. It should have been a deadlock stare, just like I found my target. Maybe you. And just boom, drop. She kind of dropped the energy a little bit by just kind of looking down like whatever. That little look she did in there. I don't know, that kind of dropped the build for me like a little bit. And I feel like the drop afterwards, like the sound is good. I just feel like this should have more energy to it. It should be maybe a little bit louder. It should really just drop to something. And I feel like it doesn't fully go there, or it should drop right into the chorus if it's going to have that kind of level of sound after the drop. I feel like a little bit of wasted potential energy that was pushing. I feel like it fell a little bit. It's still pretty bitchin' drop. I just feel like it could have been more. Like she could have really sold that line like visually, and the drop could have just been boom. And it fell a little short, but still not bad. Still not bad.
Baby, you.
I like the sound. I like the pause in between the da 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 da. Da, da, da. You know, I like that little pause in there. I like the sounds and whatnot. It's just like it was building. It like got up there and it's supposed to be like ah, and it just kind of went. Like it kind of dropped down a little bit, but that's all right. It's okay. It's still pretty good. I still like it. That is a bitchin' chorus. That is a bitchin' chorus. I agree with someone. I don't even have like two of the comments. Because it's one of those things that you start kind of looking at the comments. It's like, wait, I don't want to spoil anything. You know what I mean? You start looking back up. One was, of course, the endorsement for KFC. So I kind of knew, like, oh, they brought in the Kentucky Fried Chicken thing before I even looked at the lyrics. I was like, oh, cool, good. I'm glad they made a reference to that. It's really cool. But the other person was just, saying, like, I also love listening to her vocals. It's like always a treat when you can listen to how powerful her vocals are themselves, and I agree with that. I think that's also what makes it an incredibly powerful chorus. But yeah, her vocals are beautiful. They're strong. They have this sharp bite to it in a good way. Like everything about it is nice, and just kind of the way she shapes the end of her phrases in here is just real fucking nice. Real fucking nice. I don't remember where it is, so let's see if we can find it. Yeah, here's the buzz in right here. Though I do think it should have kicked off the chorus a little bit sooner after that drop for the ultimate effect. But it's still a bitchin' chorus. Rising there. And then afterwards going back to that the original opening sound here, and it just kind of even has this kind of wind up toy-y, kind of carnival-y, kind of clinky sound to it. Clinky doesn't really make sense, but it does in my head. if you're there with me, you get it. But just kind of that very I will not forget it this time. You cannot make me forget it this time. I always go to harmonica, and it's not a harmonica. God, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Not again. Why is this the one fucking instrument I can never remember? Why is this the one fucking instrument I can never remember the name of? Whatever. Kind of that very clowny, kind of very short staccato-y sound to it. A very nice separation before going back into the second verse, going from the chorus into the second verse. I think that is a really nice little touch there. Nice heavy drum hit in there as well, keeping that like intensity, not losing all of the energy in that transition. Very nice, very nice. Also, I was thinking when I was watching that, I was like, yeah, it's really hard to hide mustache with paint and stuff. Like I feel the strife in that. I don't think I've ever tried to paint. Have I ever tried to paint over my mustache? I don't think so. I've tried to do something, like lotion or something over the mustache, and it just beard and facial hair and just in general, like it doesn't go over and in very easily. Like that's got to be not fun at all. But I'm sure you get used to it. But I like going into the next verse it kind of goes back into an altered sound, not her clean vocals, but not the same effect at the start. It's more clear. It's kind of what the verse went to. We're just starting right back into there. I think that was a really smart choice. I think that was a really nice choice. It keeps the energy and the musicality pushing along and moving forward instead of bringing it back a couple notches just to go forward again. It keeps it pushing. I like that. Smart choice, clean choice right there. The flow and what she's doing at the end of her phrases is clean, man. It is nice. All right, we're almost back. We're almost through the rest of this. We're approaching an hour. We're almost through it. We're getting there. Hey, I don't care if Skynd videos are long. It's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Especially when it's one that I enjoy going through. Which there haven't been many that I haven't enjoyed going through. It's mostly been just the ones that had to grow on me, like Catherine Knight and Armin, how the fuck you pronounce his name. Those two had to grow on me, so going through was just kind of like, meh. But the other ones is just like, it's a treat to go through. So I don't mind that long at all. All right, let's back it up a little bit because, god damn, like, again, what she's doing at the end of her phrases here is just fucking tasty and beautiful. Decoy, nothing to rack up. Little Gacy, fat boy deep under the makeup. Man of the year, man of fear, man of will. Join the Jolly Joker Club and kill. I think this is pretty much this kind of the same way that the other verse kind of ended and the chorus as well. But I feel like there's a little bit of extra effect that she's putting on this bridge into the chorus. I feel like there's a little bit of a harmony going on in there. I'm not sure if it was in the other one. It might have been. And it feels like there's a little bit of this kind of very heavily distorted effect going on in her vocals that kind of makes it a little bit echoing. I don't know if that was there in the first one as well. Let me see if I can find that a little bit. We're at 2:14. Let's see if I can find it. It's very similar. It feels like they're giving it like a little bit more, like a kick or two more to it. And it feels like the harmony is actually moving different places than it was in the first one. So pretty much keeping it the same element of this what this bridge was, but like kicking it up a little notch, adding a little flavor to it. I like that. I respect that. That's a good choice right there. I like her kind of dancing around and moving around using the space, not just standing there staring at you. That's really nice, and just kind of marking off the dead bodies and whatnot. Great effect here. I love this dude's doing a great job. Now I question. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a lime or something like that he used to try to decompose the bodies faster. I'm not sure if that's what that's supposed to represent. If that's supposed to be something else, I have no idea. Pills. He used some with pills. Also, it's like unrelated. Just thinking about the stuff he had that they found on his person when they searched his house. Well, not necessarily his person, but in his house when they searched it. Dude had a dildo, sure. But it said it was like 18 inches, which first off they measured it. Second off, I just thought about that one. Second they measured it, then I was thinking like it's like 1.5 feet. It's pretty small dick, dude. It's pretty small dildo, man. Like if you're gonna go for it, like why go with the tiny dick? Like get a little bit bigger, but well, you know what I'm saying? Like, anyways, I thought that was weird, but unrelated. But anyways, yeah, with him and stuff, like I like the fact that he's putting on the makeup. I like seeing like the insanity and stuff in his face and all the acting. Him getting geared up. I'm just thinking that this geared up stage should have been fast tracked a little bit. He should have been getting ready to go somewhere, but We'll get to that here in a second. Yeah, much better. Much better. Kind of more just direct into you, jumping right into the chorus. As I mentioned before, I forgot that it happened the second time, but as it was building up, I was like, maybe they did it the second time, and they did. So, yeah, no, that has a much more powerful drop. I could still use a little bit more energy and oomph from the drop sound itself, maybe a little more action energy and the beat and the melodies and stuff happening underneath the chorus, but that's how you drop it right there. That was how you drop it right there. That was what I was looking for. That's good shit right there. Kind of like this decaying fall off kind of sound in there. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool way to move to what I assume is either the final verse or the breakdown before the last chorus. What I think that, I mean, first off, who among us hasn't been trying to light a match and been like, what the fuck? So I feel for that moment. But I think that moment when he was kind of burning the ashes and embers of it into a picture of someone's face, I think it's supposed to represent one of his first victims. I don't think, like, it says he tortured a lot of, just about all of them. I don't know if this was a consistent form of torture in there. I don't remember reading if it was or not, but I know especially with his first victim or his first victims, first few, like two, the ones he didn't kill. Or at least I remember the one he didn't kill. He like burned a cigarette or a cigar or something into his flesh a couple of times and whatnot. I think that's what that's supposed to represent. But I'm not like 1,000,000% positive. That could just maybe drawing at straws. Anyways. Let's let it continue here. Let's get that in. Nice fade music kind of rumbling and low. Getting nice and quiet so it can build again. Liking those chord changes in there. The scenery that's happening. Good stuff. Showing the insanity and everything. Really nice. And she comes in kind of low here. I like this. That really sounded like something I hear from Jonathan Davis, which I know she's been influenced by him and has worked with, obviously, in Gary Ednick. Yeah, that really sounded like not only the notes in the interval passage, but the effect on the voice too is something I feel like I've kind of heard from Jonathan Davis. Kind of reminds me a little bit like Alone I Break, a little bit, getting a little bit of that vibes in there. That's really cool. But also the flow in this, plus the notes, awesome, man. All of her verses and breakdown stuff, the flow is fucking tight, dude. The flow is on point. And these melodic passages and stuff are also fucking banging. It even kind of has this kind of like, I don't know if taunting is the first word that came to mind, kind of this taunting nature to it, but I don't know if that's exactly correct, but just kind of this like, I don't know, hold on, give me that again. I don't give me sinister. I would call it sinister. It almost has this kind of like, almost like mocking and like sinister kind of just stress and strain on it. It just kind of like, it's a little unsettling, and just has this very interesting way that it's shaped, and just there's some feelings happening with these lines.
Road signs flying by in a twilight state of mind.
Ooh, with that warble on there. Okay. By this point, I feel like this is the point in the video. He's all geared up. He's got his shit. He's all makeup and stuff. He's testing it out. Okay, it's working. He should now go somewhere, right? He should now go somewhere and do something. You had this great 2.5 minute build up of him getting all ready, getting all geared. It should lead to something, right? Something should happen, right? It's kind of what I'm thinking at this point. And at this point, I was like, okay, John, do something. Like, do something, John. Like, okay, we're ready. We're here. We've reached this moment. We've been building. Do something. Anyways.
Norwood Park's right, the rest for you guys to find. 33 and more in the crawl space of my mind.
I like that warble and like decay on the word mind. Almost like the mind itself is not stable and is like just like frail. That's an interesting effect right there. I like that.
In the crawl space of my mind.
Nice little kind of push back into this theme. I don't mind this bringing back. I feel like it should push a little bit more energy into the last chorus. Like it should start here and it should build somewhere. I don't remember if it did or not. I like the acting. I like the pulsing with the beat. That's really cool. Yeah, it goes somewhere a little bit. Yeah, no, when those kind of chords come in, she's giving it that little bit more, kind of like, not necessarily grip, but just kind of more belt, more push in her vocals, giving it a little bit more soul to it. Yeah, I'd say that was a decent push to bring back into the chorus for the last time. That's good enough. I like that. I mean, could it be a little bit more? Probably, but like. That's good enough. I like that. I really like that. So while that was all going on, Mr. Chicken here, when you have those sounds coming in, that da, he should be moving. Like he should have like gotten up aggressively from the chair or something. He should have started going somewhere. And it should be like, oh shit, this is where it goes down. Like someone's about to die. So, some craziness is about to happen. He should have gone somewhere, not just like we already did the slamming thing. Like we already did the eating KFC. We did the KFC reference. Like we did all this already. Like he should now go somewhere. The music's going somewhere. He should go somewhere. It's whatever. I like this breakdown coming back after the chorus instead of before it. Coming back after, on the way out of the song, keeping the same beat and everything as the chorus and but also kind of going back to the kind of the vocals of the breakdown itself, but also keeping the same energy and passion that was just delivered in the chorus. Really nice touch. Really nice touch there. I like that. At this part, I was excited. Like I was just literally thinking right now, just like, man, nothing's happening in this video. Like again, even though I've already seen it. And then he's getting up and he's going somewhere, man. He's going somewhere. I don't know what happened with this. I don't know why this didn't continue. Even if it was only the last minute, that would have been perfectly fine. It would have been a little late, but it would have been perfectly fine. I would have been so happy with it. He needs to go somewhere and do something, even if it's not graphic, even if it's not showing him murdering someone. He needs to go somewhere and do anything. I don't even give a fuck what it is. He just needs to do something that is not throwing stuff or eating chicken. He just needs to go somewhere and do something. I love the sound. The beat is just popping and bumping in here. Like, you can hear her giving it some soul and some passion into it. Like, she is selling the outro of this song. How do I feel about the end, though? I felt like I was a little distracted the first time, just trying to see where the video was going to go, realizing there's still a minute left. Approximately a minute left. That seems like a kind of a quick fall off there. Hold on, give me that again. The music and the beat itself, that's good. That's fine. The way that just kind of falls off into this kind of ominous, yes, that's right, kind of sound and just back chatter and whatnot. But I feel like it went through that part of the chorus, just, leaving out the other words, but the 33 boys or 33 toys. It was going through that. If that was going to be the end of it, and it wasn't going to just do some kind of musical stop, it was just going to fade away to this ambiance, then I feel like there should have been some kind of finalization on the last, 2 or 3 notes that indicated song's done. Because it just kind of fades away to, an unresolved finish that's just kind of focused around the video. It's just kind of finishing it out, but the music doesn't really resolve, note wise. The beat and all the other notes, yes, but her notes doesn't really resolve anything. So it just kind of feels like it just sort of just abruptly is oh, we're done, by the way. So that's a little weird, I would say. I think that's the only potential critique I have about the music aspect of it. Everything else is just banging, slapping. That's a little weird. That was a little weird. I'm not gonna lie to you. Now, I assume that that's specifically a specific thing that he would do when he was Pogo, or the other one, Patches, which is cool. I like that. Instead of just doing that 3 or 4 times, however many times he does it, and that just being the end, I think it would have been really cool if he would have done that. And this would have been a totally acceptable ending for me. And then just kind of walk over and you just kind of see this kid lying on the floor, just kind of clearly choking, maybe squirming a little bit. And he just walks closer and closer and then just kind of fades to black. That one I think would have been enough. It would have gone somewhere, done something. Not make it too graphic or disturbing, but something. Something to indicate, oh yes, he did shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But, maybe even switched up the pose a little bit. Now that part I kind of like. Because that part I imagine was put in here. I could be, again, this I could be just grasping at straws. But I believe, he's laughing with food in his mouth, and it's almost like he kind of starts choking on it, kind of indicating how he killed his victims and whatnot, like choking him, suffocating him to death. I think that's what that's supposed to represent. So I kind of like that. And then you can almost see this kind of realization, like, oh, that's what I do to people. That's what I've been doing to people. Kind of look on his face, which I think is also a really nice touch. I just also realized right now that in the third line there's a lot of Johns. He killed a lot of Johns, which also his name is John. John and John, spelled two different ways, Jon and John. I don't know how they clarified that one specifically, but cool. And then Matthew, a boy, Rob, and John. And the first one is also Timothy, who, John, Daryl. So it's 4 John names in here. Yeah, I just kind of like that he killed. I mean, John's a very common name in general, but he also killed a lot of people with his own name. It's very interesting. Side effect in there. Now, I was kind of listening this second time. I didn't really pay attention to this because I kind of forgot about it. But I was thinking that they might put in, like, God is my shepherd, Psalm 21 or whatever it was, that he would recite to his victims as he was doing his final trick, the rope trick, as he called it. And it was like suffocating them to death. I figured that they might like sneak that in here somewhere, and it's possible that they did, and I just didn't catch it somewhere in here. But I figured that they would add little touches of that, kind of whispered, or kind of like in Columbine, where they had like the actual sounds of the students like calling the police, or like, just in the beginning of the actual sound of the students, just in general. I think it was when they're just walking through the halls or whatnot, maybe. Or maybe they were also in frantic state at that point. But like, just kind of like something like light underneath, kind of hidden underneath. I don't know if it's in here or not. If you know, let me know. I would love to hear that. But I was kind of expecting to hear that at some point. I thought that would be a very interesting touch. And then one more. Hit the pose on you. Yeah, it just kind of doesn't really do anything at the end, man. Just kind of last minute, it just really doesn't go anywhere. Oh yeah, that's the outfit, by the way, I was talking about. That was the post she sent. Just kind of makes a lot more sense now. And then it shows it one more time before it flicks out for good. Pretty cool. All right. All right. My final verdict on this song here. Music-wise, song was bumping. That was a good song. That was a really good song. I really like what they did with it. Definitely a step up. Really good stuff. Video-wise, man. It hurts my heart to say it. It really hurts my heart to say it. I'm not just trying to throw shade for funsies or anything like that, because I really do love Skynd. Like, again, the only group that I go through this much detail on in the video. I mean, there's some symphonic bands that, like, there's a lot of different things happening that I'll go through, but, like, literally, it's the only group I break down bar for bar and willing to do hours of research for. The only group here. And so it pains my fucking heart to say this, but, like, video-wise, I've really fallen off, dog. Like, really fallen off. Like, I mean, like, I'm not saying I'm trying to watch a snuff film or anything like that, because I'm not. I want it to be respectful. I don't want it to glorify the killer in any way, shape, or form, which is why I had such a big problem with Richard Ramirez. Really feel like it kind of glorified the killer a little bit there and made it romantic and sexual for whatever reason. Wasn't a huge fan of that. Really wasn't. So, like, I don't want it to be a snuff film. I don't want it to be super gory. I don't want it to be insane. I just want it to be something. You know what I mean? Like, as I mentioned before, Jim Jones, Tyler Hadley, fantastic examples. Columbine is a little bit even more extreme than those two examples. So, like, you don't have to go to Columbine level, but, like, Like, show me something about what he did. Give me an inkling on what this guy did besides just choking on chicken. Like, give me something. Like, what did he do? He was a clown. I got that. A minute later, okay, he's still clowning. Got it. A minute later, yeah, nope, still a clown. You know what I mean? What did he do? Like, I respect that you want us to do some research to find all the clues and stuff in here. I appreciate that, but I shouldn't have to research just to know what did this person do. If I have never heard of John Wayne Gacy, I'd be like, he was a clown? I assume he killed people. That's it. That's all I know. So, and that's part of that, as I'm assuming, because I didn't see it happen in the video. So he's a, I don't know, psycho clown? That would be my guess. Watching this video. Something about clown, circus, crazy. Likes chicken. That's literally the only thing I'd be able to get from this fucking video. So it's just like, something should happen. He should like go to strangle someone and like it. I think it said he used garrote wire a lot as well. Yeah, should take some garrote wire and just go to strangle someone. Scene cuts away. Maybe a little kick in the feet. That's it. Just give me one little scene of that so I know, oh, okay. Dude strangled people to death. Got it. Crazy clown strangled people to death. Cool, we're on it. Nothing happened, dog. Nothing fucking happened, dog. So it's just, they really falling off pretty hard on these videos. That's all I'm gonna say. You go back to, like, again, I should probably look up if Tallyho switched to whatever. It was, I did not see it anywhere in the beginning saying it was produced by or anything like that. I didn't even see a title or anything. It's usually some kind of title on the screen, like Skynd, like presents Michelle Carter, Columbine, produced by, like, none of that. It did not mention who was in this at all. Hold on, let me go look real fast. Producer Aniqui Wild. Clown. It doesn't say who the clown was. Camera, hair and makeup, styling, PA, cast. Good job, Michael. Yeah, no idea. Production design. Yeah, no idea who this who be producing this. Here we go. Licenses, still not seeing it. Yeah, no fucking idea. Absolutely no idea, man. But whoever they are, they ain't it. I'm just gonna say it right now, they ain't it. So I don't know. I like that song. That's a really good song. The video is really making me nervous for Skynd's future, but I don't know. I'll probably still continue to enjoy the music. Continue to do these deep dives. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got something out of it. I had fun all the same. And I will see y'all in the next Skynd adventure, whoever that may be.